I'm trying to cut on. Oh yeah. This your boy Get a Hold James for another Bulldog Court live after show. Yeah. We're gonna get in here and talk about these cases right quick. We know we're busy, real busy in the Bulldog streets tonight. I got a load I gotta go get. Take that into Chi-Town. Don't get them country boys nothing. Chi-Town. So I'm gonna have to get on here for a while, and then I got to get off at least about around 10:30, 11 o'clock Central Time. So that'll give me some rest. Shout out Supreme Excellence, Live Life Real, Bobby Digital, Skip Bell, Mr. DT Smith, Mr. O, what's good? Stosa Dens. Yo, 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 what's good? What going on with y'all? Let me get my... Yeah,
Yo.
Yeah, Pressure Kennel Combine. One of my cat brothers have decided to come in and join in on the proceedings this evening as we discuss some of these cases. Chico Nickel, salute. SFK Fred, salute. Let me get these round of applause going for my brother who just came in. Oh, yeah.
No other place better to be than Campland.
Oh, man. In Campland, spending dizzy about like a Hank dog, we spending with so much cap. Oh, my goodness.
Salute to the chat.
In the woods, salute. Man, oh man. And you know, we're gonna get right into it, you know. Man, I just was looking at that what you sent me, Pressure, you know, like I say, you know, the cat was long before we even come in the world, a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? The cat was real strong back in the old times, you know what I'm saying? Carver, you know, one of the best cappers to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? One of the best to ever do it, man. You know, like I say, you got those two extra wins, you know, on Honey Bun's name on there. Look like she was a 5-time winner. And I'm wondering where them other 2 wins come from. You know, it sounds like it's some capitalist activity going on. See Murder, what it do?
Yeah.
No, sound like some real capitalist activities going on.
Yeah, that's why I had to send it to you. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I had to go and check some files and stuff. Like, she wasn't no.
Yeah, some real capitalist activities going on. Even back then, that got to be in the 70s, early 80s, probably. Nah, cause he had died in the when he died, 76.
Yeah,
Murray Carver died in like 76. So that got to be in the 70s, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe the early 70s, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we ain't even got into the 80s Jerry Curl Juice cap. We over here in the 70s Afro Sheen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Freezing Hole cap. You know what I'm saying? John Wayne still capping. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we over there with the cap.
Yeah. The cap I guess that was the serious cap right there.
Oh man, we're gonna put it out for the world. They put it out before the world.
Mm-hmm. Yo, and it wasn't no internet really back then, so how you gonna prove?
You talking about for real? For real, Fred say motor oil. Motor oil cap.
hmm Right. Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. I guess our cap ain't as bad as they cap because they couldn't even research they cap.
Yeah, you're right. You just had to take that cap for what it is. Bobby
Right.
did to say spanking pern cap. Lord have mercy.
Oh man.
Ah, God.
Yeah, they had the cap for us back then.
Man, they were Kevin Hard.
Yeah, so
Look at Sosa then that throw their cap in there. Radiator cap. Lord have mercy. Radiator cap. What kind of man is you? Radiator cap. God, dog. Know that bad.
yeah, that's bad. Man, so dang.
But you know, like, yeah, but oh, you say Duke putting the beat down on my Cougars, man. Oh man, come on, man. Come on now. Hold up. What my oh man. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Come on, Supreme Excellence. Say it ain't so, brother. Come on, not my Cougars.
Come on, man. Hey, bro, come on.
Oh, my Cougar getting tore up, man. Oh man. Them Blue Devils cooking my Cougar, dog. Man, hell no, bruh.
Right.
Hell no. Man, but it be like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But like I say, the cap is real, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta put this in here. Cap like on Smokey on Friday, cap.
Where's my money?
Well,
Stop,
what
man.
about got that cap on backwards? Look about the digital denim bell bottom cap. Watch out!
Oh man, they go
Denim
with the
bell.
job turkey cap.
Yeah, hey, in the '70s, you
Yeah.
definitely spot on pressure. It was a lot of right-ons and yeah, right-ons and you know what I'm saying, jive turkey caps, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Chump cap. You chump.
Yeah, straight a bunch of straight cap you digs out there. Oh man. Hey,
Oh
shout out.
man.
Oh man, shout out my brother C Murder for the 10 spot, man. Shout out my brother. Hold on, let me do like this here. I appreciate you, man. Let me put my applause on for my brother,
Oh yeah.
man, with the contribution to the thing, man, to this thing. Contribution to this thing. Salute, man. C Murder, man. I appreciate you, my brother. All that count, man. All that count. All that count.
No Rolo. No Rolo off
Let
Sanford,
me
son.
get Janet Johnson, salute. Old man. Man, no t-shirt, leather vest cap. Come on. Oh man. No t-shirt, leather vest cap. No. Trey Isaac Brothers cap, man. He got on Air, Wind, and Fire cap, man. Come on, watch your eye, man. All right, Nixon, what's going on? What's going on, my brother? All right, Nixon in the building. Rilo off Sanford and Son cap. Come on.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Skip, better scratch on that light button.
Yeah.
Man. So then say Yankee no brim. What kind of cap that is? A no brim cap. Boy, that cap toe up cap. That's a toe up cap right there. That cap toe all the way up. Yankee right. No brim. Oh man. Cap toe up.
That's the village people cap.
But y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. Oh, see murder. He can village people YMCA cap. Man, y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. Somebody sit down there to talk to y'all about some things about life. Check y'all forehead for a fever or something. But y'all boys sick. I'm telling you, boy, you talking about some real fun, boy. You know what I'm saying? Gators tight cap, man. Look at that, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh man!
Everybody brought their cap here tonight. Everybody brought a cap tonight.
Don't talk about everybody bringing the cap in, man. See, that's why I know I'm dealing with dog men. Everybody got a cap somewhere ready to get thrown in there. That's you let you know them all real dog men. Right. The folks that ain't come in with no cap, they greenhorn. They don't know nothing about what we're talking about. We can sell them some oceanfront property in Montana right now because they don't know what we're talking about. So everybody that came in with some kind of ridiculousness, 5-gallon bucket cap, worth of capping out here. I know. See that you seeing like, yeah. I look at your picture of Big Pat Mo. That what you look like. You represent for all those brothers over on that side. He say Koofy cap. You see that? We got to have that side of the game represented. He said Koofy right. Cap. He's even cap on the Koofy side of the game. You understand me? Yeah, the brothers out here of the certain type of faith, they got some cap. You got some cap thrown in there. There's some cap thrown in there. What would we be without the cap? That might be a shirt I need to make. Where would we be without the cap? And just have a cap, not even word cap, but the cap. That same blue cap right there.
Yep. Yeah. You need some cap in your life. We can make all types of shirts like that. You need some cap in your life.
See, Lightning gonna strike Sosa then. Look at what he talking about. Lightning gonna strike him. He said straight yarmulke, little ass cap. He said straight yarmulke, little ass cap. That little bit of what he wear on the back of your head, on the back of your block like that. You throw that on the back of your block. Hell no. Hell no, Sosa. Hell no.
Oh man. Hey, and then you have to nerve that and cock to one side.
That's terrible. Hold on, who I got coming in here? King T coming in here. Okay, my cap brother is completed. King T coming in the building. What going on, King T?
What's up, everybody? Short bus cap in the building.
Good, brother.
Let me give a round of applause going for our brother that came in on the short bus side of the game. On the short bus. King T in the building.
That's right, Supreme. You ain't never lied about that one, Supreme. Free hate, but the love cost cash. Yeah, you ain't never lied about that one.
Hey, don't be no stranger. Don't be no stranger, King T. Let me know if I gotta throw a life raft over there by that Mississippi now. If that water
Man,
gets
I'm gonna need you in a minute. I'm gonna need you in a
Big
minute,
Mo,
boy.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Man, hey, it's been 5 days straight rain
Man,
all day.
they say it flooding in Kentucky, man. They say it flooded over there in Kentucky. Somebody got flooded.
Yeah,
Whole
it's
spot
flooding
going
down
down the
this way.
river, man. Yeah.
Skip, DT, work. What it do?
Man, going down.
What we capping about tonight, man?
Man, we tried to get into these cases, man, but we just started off talking about an old ad that was sent to me by our boy Pressure from Maurice Carver. Got all his winners on a whole page of nothing but winners. Some that won and lost, like Rascal and also Negro and stuff like that. And then I see Honey Bunch. She supposed to have been a champion, right? Which means 3 wins. It said she had 5 wins. I wonder where the other 2 of them came from. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So, like I said, even in the 1970s, you know what I'm saying? They'll print the cap in the journal for everybody to see.
Was the
You know what I'm
OTC?
saying?
That's,
What it doing in the journal? Can't see what the OTC doing in the journal. Can't see what I'm trying to find out.
hey, and they ain't had no way of proving it because the internet wasn't really popping like that. So they ain't had no way to prove it.
Yeah, he said a win is a win. God done it. A win is a win. I don't care how it came.
Yeah. That's
If I
also
put a
like,
little
wait a minute.
embellishment on it, it don't matter. I look at all the winners I got. See, that's what y'all missing the point on it. Okay, I capped a little bit on 100, but you're missing the overall point I'm trying to make right here. As a salesman,
Don't worry about
I'm showing y'all these winners come out my yard. You see that? I don't care if they won 1.5. Look, they up here. 1 3/4. They up here. You hear me?
Just come get them.
Yeah. It's more. Hey, just like I sold them some, a winner is more where that came from. Come on down. Yeah, come on down and get some more.
You just dropping winners off the yard.
Man, because of the cap. So Sedan said that's why I don't like Garden and Chico.
It's straight skull cap.
Who that? Let me see.
He said straight skull cap.
Oh, hell no.
Those ain't playing with him tonight. Those ain't
Oh,
playing with
yeah.
him tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, King T, everybody threw a cap in the pile. There's all type of caps on the floor right now.
Man, all kind of caps, man. Lazy caps, straight caps.
City boy.
Oh, yeah.
Supreme say free hate, but the love costs cap.
Right. Right. You can get all the free hate you want. Can't get that love that much though. And that's sad because at a time like now, with these dogs, man, come on now.
Every heavy load don't require a G. Okay, Mr. O. I came in. We're gonna segue right behind that right now. You're gonna lead the way into what we talking about tonight, and that was the first case that we covered on Bulldog Court. We talked about which one harder? Is it harder to build the line or maintain the line? And I appreciate everybody who commented during Bulldog Court during the proceedings that we had this evening, and we had mixed reviews. Some people feeling like it's harder to build the line. Some people saying, man, once we got the line up and running, it's harder to maintain the line, you know. So we want to look at what everybody, the Bulldog community, is saying about this tonight. You know.
I got a question.
Okay, come on with it.
If you maintain the line, that means you maintain the standard of the line, the original line, right?
Right.
So we need to say trying to maintain the line, not maintain the line. Because if you maintain the line, that means you holding that original standard.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I got you on that. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with both of them. It's hard to do because you gotta look at what we're working with today. Most of them original bloodlines are gone or super watered down. So you working hard with whatever you get that's out there. You know, you gotta go from
Right.
where you get it from hand and go from there. Try to either get it on their level or get it better than that. You know, shit, hell, even work with them to improve that line. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because it ain't a lot of blood. So, I mean, it's the blood is out here, but it's not plentiful like it was. You know,
Right.
so it's kind of hard to do both right now.
Right.
Hmm.
But I always looked at it from a sports perspective of when you the underdog, nobody really checking for you. When you the
Right,
man, everybody wanted to see where you at with it. And when you show up, folks start, you know what I'm saying? They go to picking their dogs up and they go to hiding it, you know. All of a sudden I ain't got nothing no more. But I had some a few minutes ago, but when you came in here, I ain't really got nothing. So you got that kind of side of the game, and we not expecting for you to do anything because you really ain't had nothing. But you know, you on the come up. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a very difficult thing because you got to fight through the water down. But if I go to King T and King T already got a good line, I kind of skip the line. You know what I mean? If I go to
right,
him and get one, and he been doing it for
right.
years, and let's just say I get a dog off a repeat breed, so he already done
Hmm.
showed and proof from the fur breed that these are dogs are legit. So I don't
Right,
have to worry about is this watered down, is this and that. It's already working.
right.
Now, if I go out here with my greenhorn behind and misrepresent him and make it look bad, see, I think it's
That's
real
falling on you.
easy to mess that up. Yeah, it's easy to mess that up.
Right, right, right. And that's what's happening with a lot of blood because cats is just getting them and just breeding them now. You know,
Right,
they're not they're not they're not going through the process with them. They can breed it. I'm trying to make me some money real quick. You know,
right.
and that's killing it too. That's killing
Yeah.
those bloodlines too.
See, so that's the one way of looking at it. But you gonna have to eventually, no matter if you get it from the best guy in the world, excuse me, with the best dogs, you gonna have to put the work in. Eventually, it gonna fall on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You you can only ride
Once
off the
it's in,
representation of rep of the person who put in the work, but for so long, and now
you
it's on
really
you.
only can ride that. You really only can ride that if you making your noise with it.
Yeah,
You know,
True.
that's really when
Lord
you
have
only
mercy.
can ride it. If you making your noise, you get a dog from whoopie whoop, and you ain't making no noise with it. You just sit over there and be quiet. You know, just go and sit over there and be
See the
quiet.
boys. Yep. See the boys say cap gun. Supreme Excellence say Morgan Freeman never aging cap. That's that Supreme Excellence. That's that old as Methuselah. That's that old as Methuselah cap. Anybody know about Methuselah?
Let's get
They
carbon
say he
cap.
lived 960. He said that he lived 969 year cap. Oh my God.
Oh man, yeah, the whole pile of caps on the
Yeah,
floor right
man.
now.
Whole pile of cap on the floor. Yeah, especially when yards get took, Fred. That's right. Sometimes that
Right,
happens. And what was a strong line now is weak. And the person who had the strong yard, his yard get confiscated, and he had some of the best of, and other people got some of his stuff, and they're not doing the same thing with it. So it's a lot of cap. So that's the start, the inception of the capping. You thought you could ride off of his rep, but now he ain't on the board no more. He off the
right
board.
there starts the next generation of cap. That's the next generation of cap.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So that's how cap is born. Right there. That's how cap is born.
Right.
We found out how cap was born, y'all. Mm-hmm. Man, I like it. Man. Yeah, I mean it kind of weighs in on both sides of that, maintaining and building one. You know?
Oh yeah. I still say building one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the building that take more time. That take way more time to build one. Yeah, you're talking about generation. You gotta go through some generations to build one. Or maintaining, you just right there where it's at right now. I gotta maintain this, either make it better or stay on the same level or something. But I gotta keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Looking at what Supreme actually said. That when you could take a dog with no papers and turn him up when it all fall on you.
Yep.
Don't nobody know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sosa then say, I need a diamond in the rough. Now the people's choice. He going all the way up underdog.
Right. Right.
He coming out there with something you ain't never heard of. Did that be? See, Sosa don't be one dude that come with a killer, and then you come to find out he three-quarter pit bull, quarter Amstaff. You know what I'm saying? He got something you ain't never. You know what I'm saying? You know, killed you with something with three-quarter. Yeah, quarter. You know what I'm saying?
And that was a
Scooby-Doo
fad.
first cousin. You know what I'm saying?
That was a fad coming out the 80s into the 90s. That was a fad. It was staff mixed in a lot of dogs. Didn't say nothing. It was working staff.
So that's right.
You ain't lying. That was the first dog.
Mm-hmm. That was my four senses. You know what I'm saying? That my bulldog. You know what I'm saying? 6 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can suspect this is what's going. Mr. O said at the beginning of the day, Dick and Pussy make great hounds. Start them motherfuckers. Okay then. Mr. O straight with the grit. Like, damn all that. Breathe the motherfuckers and let's see what's going on. Everybody got time for all that philosophy, dog. All that philosophy, dog. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Put them together and put them to make them dance. Okay? Dance to make them dance. Drop them and make them dance.
Right.
We're going to see. Ain't anybody got time for all that.
You Mr. O?
I ain't Mr. O. My bad, Mr. O. We hear you. God damn.
He put no cap behind that. He didn't even put the cap on. He just walked in without the cap on.
That joker that got a bald head for sure. I know he got a bald head. That joker got a bald head for sure. Exactly. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing on my head. No hair, nothing. No cap. I'm straight to it. I told y'all what time it is. Let's go. Let's start dancing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got no time for all that.
Man.
Supreme said, "Red Joe Stad."
Right. Yeah, man. They gonna have to start adding stuff back to it in a minute.
I mean,
All
the
these
one
steps
thing I
doing this
can
stupid
say
stuff,
about the
man.
answer, yeah, because it will add, like I said once before, it will add to the confirmation. You know what I mean? Those are beautiful animals. They're well-built animals. They're bred for that purpose more so than anything else. Unlike the APBT, so they could they can help straighten out a lot of deficiencies in your dog.
If you get it from the Ed Reed line. That's all I can say.
A lot of yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend that in today's time. I mean, well, we're not in those times anymore. So maybe you could, you know what I'm saying? If you're a person that's, I mean, it's all gonna be capped at the end of the day. But if you're trying to win confirmation shows and stuff like that, those are the dogs that you might want to implement into your line because they built for just that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Or just have your line.
And maybe right and
killing all the confirmation shows.
Right. And and maybe that's the way. You know what I'm saying? That's the way to do it. And so you also too, it wasn't like the 70s and 80s, we could still see the match reports from the old SDJ where AM staffs were in fact competing on that level with the APBT. You know what I mean? The wheat terrier, you will see them get down, you know what I'm saying? So they were still used for multi-purpose. But I don't think that's happening in today's time.
Jack Lounder tonight.
R.I.P. King Car.
Oh
Lord. No Lord, Supreme Heckling. It's a lot of ugly ass bulldog lines that could use some staff on the cleanup. Glad mine ain't it. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what he read pretty much just said in layman terms. What I'm saying. I mean,
that's what they do. That's what they do.
I just talked about that as I talked about my last case for the night about the champion graveyard dog and the bottom side with the Tramp and Sarah Quail on the bottom side bred to a Mayday. Sarah Quail was an ugly dog. You know what I'm saying? And Stone City had a dog so ugly they just called the dog ugly. I don't know if Twin might have named that dog ugly. I could have swore Twin said he had ugly and she was so ugly he just called the dog ugly.
Right.
And he said he couldn't. She was so ugly he couldn't even breed the dog, so he gave her back to Stone City Jesse. And Stone City Jesse bred that ugly dog, and that dog produced some real good dogs. But she was a bad built, little pea head, big old ears, look like a hound dog in the face. Just dirt dog ugly. I'm talking about look like she come out the dump, like she just jumped out the dumpster ugly. You know what I'm saying? Where them traits come from? You know what? That's a great question, King T. I'm glad you have came back off the short bus to hit us with another question.
Okay, the cap going. I'm calling it.
And they got them long legs on them, and they look like a coon dog. You think the coon dog got it when it slid in there on one of them females? Somebody got a hunting coon dog with the big ears and the lanky body?
Didn't nobody have no toaster around, did you?
Now you know some of them dogs to go out there and get and tree a coon and will
yeah.
actually go in there and kill the coon. You know, they have appeared to have some gameness about them now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking bad about them now. If your bullet didn't kill the coon, they'll come in on, go on and run in there and finish the job for you now. I have heard.
Right.
That coon dog go in there and grab that coon and go and finish killing it. As long as he ain't in the water. Cause that coon gonna try to drown that coon dog.
Right.
He gonna try to drown him like hell.
They say Trey's already popped back up now. That's all
they say that. They say that.
Yeah.
1/4 or even 1/8 of that ruffian shit was bringing major crunch. Bakary spoke on that, and I believe him. I believe him too, Miss Fit.
Hey, and we still gotta overlook the fact. We can't overlook the fact too that you know they was registering a lot of American pit bulls in that registry. So some of them dogs that's in that registry are real game pit bulls. They just carrying that registry marks with them. You know, I ain't saying they all are, but some of them lines coming up out of that staff line is real game pit bulls. They just carrying that staff literature with them. You know,
right? That you know, the ruffian is like what he just said. The ruffian line, when you go back in the ruffian lines, it ain't nothing but old Tudor jail,
right.
all that stuff like that.
Right.
That's all it is.
Just carry that literature with
right. Some once were pit bull. Once were their ancestors were just full blooded hits, but they got changed over. Social D and strictly, I'm Eli Rip Bajako now. I got some sewer drain cap. Oh man.
Oh man.
Social D, you mean to tell me when I walk on your yard I got to hold my nose, Social D? Oh man, come on now, dog. Come on, man. Come on now, dog. Come on. Supreme Excellent, what did you own tonight? Put that stuff down. He said transgender cap. Come on now, put that stuff down. Supreme.
Yeah, man. Put it down.
Right now, put that stuff down. Put it down.
You trying to get us shut down.
Don't you?
Right.
Yeah, trying to get us shut all the way down. He just gonna say whatever. Come on, dog.
Man.
Come on now, man.
Come on, man. Can't have the people that stole all the alphabet backwards now. Come on.
Salute, Pyrex. Fisher's Champion Whiskey was part and staff. So was Buffalo Soldiers Grand Champion Farah. So was the same dog that my brother was just talking about, that Bakary talked about, Champion Nut, half brother to the Tyrone dog.
Yep.
Also and staff. So right. So you know, they have been some in history.
Nine.
Salute Pyrex. Dickie Foster.
There's some good ones out there.
Oh yeah.
There's more out there than we know about, you know. That's where that cap come in now. A lot of people keep that under the rug.
Penalero Champion Missy. What's up? What's up with that, C Murph?
Oh.
That dog had hair staff in it? What's up with that? Me and King T talked to Penalero at the last show.
Right.
Hold on, I gotta look this up.
Hey, he did win that big ass trophy, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he win that big giant ass trophy?
That his partner. That was his partner. That was Borderlands.
Hey,
they were right there together.
Hey. Yeah.
They had did some breeds together. Me and King T over there being a little, you know what I'm saying? We putting out how twin said we got our microscope. You know, he told you about that microscope the other night. We got our microscope. See, we don't leave home without our microscope. We got our microscope.
Oh man.
Yeah, we trying to see what's going on over here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah.
Shout out to them twins, man. Trying to tell y'all how to make them dogs survive. You know what I'm saying? That joker come up with the cough. Go to who's coughing. You don't know what to do. You're going to be panicking out here.
Right. Yeah, y'all go back to some of their beginning videos, man. He's dropping gems in the beginning videos, but those ain't seen.
How to get them dogs to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Now I used to be so mad because your pure dog will die when the weather change, when the wind blow. But that doggone dump dog, that neighborhood dump dog knocking over all them garbage cans, he ain't never been wormed in his life. And he lived for 15 years. He never been wormed. He never seen the inside of a veterinarian. He know how to hide from the police, aka dog catcher. He go run up on somebody's house.
He got 15 litters on the ground.
And they had a real
15,
meal.
He raised up. He had
a
to
real
hunt for
meal
his.
in 5 years.
He had to hunt for his. He been knocking over. He been knocking over trash can for a decade. Ain't nobody caught him yet. Dog catcher ain't caught him yet.
He
healthier than anything on your yard.
Man, he a double grand champion trash kick over, man. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm talking about for real, man. His children following behind the trail. You know what I'm saying? They doing the same thing.
Right.
I could have swore one time I walked in the backyard. One time. I said, "Dang, what's wrong with my dog?" He back there looking sad, sniffling, nose running, got snot coming. I said, "What's wrong with my dog?" That trained dog walked through the neighborhood, walked right through my backyard and looked at me and said, "Hey man, your dog's sick," and kept on walking. I said, "I got the guys." I sure appreciate that neighborhood dog. Dang. Hey man, your dog sick. You kept right on walking.
Man. Neighborhood dog something else for. Hey, that last case now? Hey. Might have to go cap on that.
Bobby said competition kennels added the tonk to theirs. You must be talking about that Amstaff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Tonka is known to be a game scran of dogs. So if the Amstaff bringing them out in the crunch.
Hey, that was around the same time Buffalo was adding the feds. That was just a thing then around that time.
Mm-hmm.
It was plenty more.
And for all those who listen, all y'all who listen, we're not talking about anything modern. We're talking about all historical stuff, man. This is all historical stuff that we're talking about. I know we may sound like we're talking in modern times and all that, but many of the dogs that we're talking about, such as Grand Champion Farrar and a lot of these old dogs, they've been dead for 20 some odd years now or more.
Yeah. Man, you talking about the 1700s, the 1800s.
Right.
I'm talking about. At least some of these dogs was alive when it was cool to wear Jerry curl and drive an 85 Trans Am. And I'm just saying, that was way back. They're way back.
Just saying.
Yeah, man, they were riding deuce in the quarters.
See what I'm saying?
Mm.
Skip Bell say, what blood back in the day was good from the bottom? Man, I never did like a dog that do that. I take it how I can get it, but I really didn't like for you to go for the bottom
Yeah, that
unless
bottom
you
one
go
is the rough one.
unless you can shoot in them armpits. Now you can shoot in them armpits. We might reach pay dirt before you know it. But other
Yeah.
than that, you might not be able to breathe no more when you get through. Cause somebody gonna keep on going to your back into your hand back there.
Oh
And
yeah.
you might not be able to breathe no more. It done took all your crown jewels away from you.
Man. Yeah, that's a rough one right there.
So then say Golden King Kid, another win record that needs some eyes on it. Okay, we're gonna look at that. You know, that dog that came up before. I think I have the story on that dog. Shameless plug on Sport Dog Archive. You can go in there and listen to the story of Golden King Kid or Iron Kid. You can go and listen to that story
Man,
and
plug
try
it
to
in, DJ.
decipher whether it's
He got
cap
the
or not.
story up.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what that dog on
Okay.
the ass case? What he produced, man?
The graveyard dog.
Yeah.
I have no idea. That's what I was asking the community. Cause there's no need for to ask that question if it's the if it's the counterfeit Mayday. Nobody wants that. I don't care what it do if it's the counterfeit Mayday.
Hey, well, it's been a Mayday spree going on, and his name ain't came up not one time. We've been talking about Mayday for about 4 years now. His name ain't came up one time.
That right, Skip. Motherfucker live forever. You slip, he will come take that pure pussy. He will. That
Right.
straight, he will come get that. Yep. I don't care if he got to hunch through the fence. Yeah, I can't climb it now. Go on, turn it around, tell me right through the fence. I get it through the fence. I bet you I'll be on point. So how the hell you come out there? How the hell y'all stuck through the fence now? How y'all stuck together through the fence? Dang it. But like you were saying, Keith, you know, hey, this, like I say, I'm just bringing forth these cases before the community and letting the community decide. I'm not a judge nor jury on this. I don't know if the dog throwing soldiers or he threw straight capitalist cap for all the world to see. I don't know. I just know when I looked at his championship and I looked at his birthday, I said, could this be one of the ones of the last real Mayday? Around 1999 or so.
Okay, when did he do that? When did he hit it up out of the U.S.?
That's what I thought it was 01-ish, somewhere around in there.
Okay. So he wasn't part of that like 13 breeding thing that nobody got nothing off of. He wasn't part of that. He was before that.
Yeah, I'm thinking he was before that. You know, like I say, I'm looking at the timeline that the twins put together. Shout out Going Hard.
Okay.
They put together a timeline. I'm going by that timeline they said.
I'm screaming cap then. Because,
right.
he was still around after they did all them breeding and Victor hit it. Nobody got nothing. He was still around. Why ain't nobody go to him? I'm screaming
What's up,
cap.
Pro? Y'all see what Pro said?
Pro here, let me see. I seen a bunch of his shows on the overseas page. You talk about you talking Bobby Digital, you talking about Iron Kid King, Brandon Stuff, Pro Game, salute, man.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking
What's
about.
up, Vernon? Mr. Star.
Mr. Star in the house.
Vernon Starr say, you know, if a dog want it, they will find a way. That's right. Humping all through the fence, all through the chain link. He's slinging wood through the chain link fence trying to get it. I'm talking about, boy. I'm like, boy. Bro and Gang say, if it wasn't bred in the States, they can keep it. But there's a lot of people's approach especially when it comes to some of these dogs. You know what I'm saying? They come in there they come into America with a full Wu-Tang member, Capadonna rapping. You know what I'm saying, over their name. You know what I'm saying? They got a full-fledged. You know, these dogs registered merit. They grand champions and champions. They got 5 or 6 champions behind them. But when they get to America, somehow they lose their energy.
You know what? I think it's just with them dogs from overseas coming back here, or the blood that went overseas and is coming back here. I just don't think they standards is like ours. That's the only thing I can say about that. Because every time you hear about a dog coming back from over there, or a bloodline coming back from over there, it don't do it. When they get here, it don't do it. But
and I heard
I'm gonna put a little cap on that too. Because maybe it's the way we breed. They breed different than how we breed.
They do.
You know,
they do
something like that too.
Like you heard, if you heard Hellcat, shout out Hellcat, his channel. If you're not subscribed to Hellcat, you might want to check him out. He has a lot of good interviews on there. Shout out Calypto and what he's doing over there with Beer and Bulldogs. Got a lot of good interviews up there. You might want to check him out. Subscribe. We not haters over here. We congratulators over here. You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe, baby.
Right.
And so when we heard Limey Kennels, the interview that Hellcat did with Limey Kennels, he had something to say, much like what Precious just said. He said, we believe in stacking on one dog. We'll stack a dog and we'll see 3, 4, and 5 times Jeep or whatever in all the generations. We'll stack on that dog. But what he said was they believe that when you stack on a champion on one dog, you're not stacking on just him. You are stacking on his ancestors as well. You are stacking on Finley's Boat. You are stacking on Honey Bunch. You are stacking on Dub and Dot. You're stacking on Bullson. If you believe that it's true pedigree, you're stacking on all these dogs, and they believe in breeding forward.
Right.
They believe on an archetype of a dog that by his look and his performance style when they move forward in the breed. Now if they breed alligator dog and they got a champion off an alligator dog, let's say he's a head dog. They want the dog to be to the letter of that dog. The next dog, they don't want the brown ones must go. The buckskin must go. Only want the black ones. And out of those black ones, we only want the ones that are just like him in style with his head dog. A black dog, brown eyes, head dog, that's what we keep. Where they say that we don't care about that. We just want to make sure that Jeep or whatever Red Boy is in there 25 times and we feel like stacking it. But in my opinion, go ahead.
I said that's why I think it don't work when they get over here. Because of the differentalities, you know what I'm saying? I think that's why it don't work. You know, sometimes you got to get the blueprint when the dogs come. When you get a dog from somebody, sometimes you got to get the blueprint with it. You know, you want it to keep going. You got to get the blueprint. Hey man, how should I breed this? You know what I'm saying? Hey, how should I do this with it? You don't know. You don't know how they raise that dog, how they was breeding that dog, nothing about that dog. This is blood from over here, but it's what, 5, 10 generations down from that dog that came from over here? 20 generations from the dog that came from over here? So you don't know how they were breeding their dogs.
It's so many different philosophies in breeding that work. You gotta go with yours that work, man. It's all.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all for breeding forward and through individuals. That's how you get a winning family of dogs. You know what I'm saying? That's just common sense on breeding winners to winners, and you'll consistently have, or you should consistently have, more winners. Or no matter how you're using them, whether it be wall climbing, weight pull, confirmation show, whatever the case may be, you are breeding to a certain standard, and you're trying to maintain that standard, much like I talked about in the first case tonight. So when you look at that, but I just wonder why, when they breed themselves in a corner with all that scatter breeding across these, why do they keep running over here to those pure dogs that stack, and then they run back over there? See, that's the part that they kind of leave out when they started talking about how their philosophy is. They leave out the part, well, once our stuff just stopped completely doing anything that we wanted to do, well, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna go fly over to America with a pocket full of money, and we're gonna find who got the purest of the pure, and we're gonna start that same bull job we were doing. We're gonna start it over again with that pure line. We can always count on America to have the pure line, but they don't put that part in there.
Overseas cat. They capping over there too.
So I just right. Like I say, a person that leave out different parts of a story, they still a liar to me. You didn't tell the whole truth, you told a piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna tell the truth, tell the whole thing, don't tell no piece of it now.
Right.
Because to me that's still a story. You still a cap filler. You know what I'm saying? You're still a cap dealer. You know what I mean? You're dealing in cap. You know?
Filling that cap.
Yeah, the cap dealer. Mm-hmm. And some of these, yeah, they spread their cap worldwide. Even trick some of the Mexican brothers, dog men over there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mexican brothers had at one time, and like I say, this is not me all the way saying this. This comes from Mr. Gray, who been in Mexico, who campaigned in his own lines of dogs, who conditioned many great dogs over Mexico for the Belly Young Club for years. You can, go on Schoolboy on his page. Shout out to Schoolboy. If you ain't subscribed to Schoolboy, you can subscribe. Like all the different parts, the interviews he do with Mr. Gray. It take you down through a wormhole of history that you might not be familiar with about some legendary dogs across the border and in Texas, what they call the big ticket. Okay, and also tying into the Louisiana and those battles that they had on the borderline of Texas and Louisiana, or going against the Church Point Cajuns, going against, the Frenchmen, the black people, from Louisiana, going into the people over in East Texas, or better known as the big ticket. Okay, so we seeing where he's saying that back in the days, the Mexicans either had a little mate to the legendary dogs that was in America, or they had the dog, like the Stu Fowlers. Or, like I said, they didn't have Bolio, but over there they had Bolio's sister, Mancito. They were buying dogs from Carver, direct from Carver. They were buying dogs from Mayfield. They were buying dogs from Earl Tudor. They had the same stuff people had in America. And at some point, they might have had a game of strand of that same family of dogs. But when they bred it so tight, they were looking for an out. Some of them got tricked into believing the fallacies of the Europeans and those people that over there. They sold them the cow dream. And they've been working to get their line back together again ever since.
Right.
He also said too that people like Morphine and other people had bred that front nose booger so tight, they didn't decide to go mess with the European, the Spaniards and all that. They came to Floyd Yard. And got T-Bud. They implemented T-Bud into the line. So they turned their dogs another way. Some of them was not as game as they once was. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go with their building, man. It takes time to build something.
Mm-hmm.
To build it right now. I can slap something together.
Right.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, you right about that.
That's
Man.
Social Dan said that's a fact. The climate plays a part. My partner lost a Mayday pup due to heat stroke. Yeah. All that play a part.
Right.
Pro and Game say rigged up international shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to believe that there's some truth into that. And see, another thing that Mr. Gray said, he always competed in they said in Spanish, but it's really the international, the World Cup. It's like the World Championship in Bulldogs back in the day. The World Convention, where people come from China, Japan, Spain, you know what I'm saying? Russia, Ukraine, all of the islands, the Virgin Islands, and America, or South America. You know, they usually might do it in South America. They might do it in Dominican Republic. They might do it in Puerto Rico at one time.
Right.
But he said he never lost. He never lost on the international in that show. He said he never lost in the world championship. He never lost. That's from somebody from Texas. So they can cap if they want to, but when you go into international competition, real international competition, where you can't cherry pick who you go into, they matching weights and dates, and you don't know who you finna go to. They could be from anywhere in the world on a world stage. Not all the boo hit the fan now. Now we find out what you really got, and that go for anybody on that type of level. You finna find out what you got. Shout out to J-Bo. One of his dogs from his family of dogs was into that tournament and made, I believe, Gamerson Show. Made champion and made Gamerson Show. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I give Steel City so much props with Bishop. That's why I give them so much props. They went down there and won. In the same type of show. I was like, man, hey, can't do nothing but salute you on that. You come from the Midwest and go down there and win.
Poor Game said they curl harder. I think he talking about the ones in Mexico.
Okay.
Vernon Star say like Frisco back in the day. Yeah, a lot of that stuff, man. Bobby Digital said they keep multiple losers and breeding them.
Word, Brian.
Well, I mean, Bobby, I think that's an old dog man recipe right there. You know what I'm saying? But even way before our time, before we was even thought about being born, I think some of the old head dog men in America were taking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they back there.
We're taking curves and breeding them together, you know. Losers.
They back here.
Not just losers, because you can have a game loser, and I still breed a game loser. I'm talking about a curve.
Well,
I'm talking about a straight curve. You count the 25 and 30. Hey, you count the 25. You can count the 25 and 30. He's still gonna be standing there. You count as long as you want to. He's still gonna be standing. I'm just saying.
Jump in the pot.
Yeah, he in there for me.
Skip Bell said Google International Kennel Camo versus Mitch Flint. Everyone take the time and watch. Okay.
Oh, that's that one you was talking about from the bottom, Skip.
Man, Sosa then say, man, in the States, MFers over inbreed. Some same as the Tex Mex. Like I say, it could be some truth to that. Breeding it entirely too tight.
Mm.
Hammerhead on the beat, bitch.
Brandon Starr say, hey, Fat Bill told you the truth. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Sosa then says, still eyewitness both ends for real. That's why I want to start my own overseas and U.S. line. Recent Euro champs and old champs.
Mm.
Well, Sosa then, you're going to be in that category of the ones that's building the line.
Oh, yeah.
Supreme Extra say, that's what I'm glad. If I ever fall off, the community gonna hit me with a starter pack cause of the cap dealing. We got you, Supreme. He trying to find his way. I feel you. Even high giraffe balls, he's still trying to find his way out of the maze. I see you, Supreme. He said, "Yo, what? The community gonna be there to help me get out of this. I'm not finna fall for the cap. I know too many people." How Jay-Z said, "You need more people. You don't got enough people." He said he got a community. Salute Derek Reagan. Derek Reagan say some of that good stuff still in Ireland, tried and proven, where the APB mostly came from. Fact.
Okay.
Derek Reagan, we've been hearing that for a whole lot of years, and I have yet to see anybody come from over there with something that was. I'm just gonna be honest here. I've been hearing that since I started, since I was a greenhorn. About Ireland still got old family reds, and they for real. I have yet, because it's some old family connoisseurs in America who would love to go over there and get that stuff if it's really like that. You know what I mean? But I have yet to,
Yeah. Somebody would have got one of them already.
Hammerhead on the beat, bitch.
Came over here with the smoke.
I ain't gonna say that too loud. Sosa then said this, y'all. I didn't say this. Sosa then said this right here. I just want that to be known. Sosa then said this. For the Archive channel, the Cap Brothers, North, get a whole James did not say this. He said US show is rigged for Tom.
Oh.
Why you mad?
Oh.
I'm just saying, Tom. I just want to be invited to the picnic. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to. I want the barbecue chicken. He said that. I ain't say that. Brother said years prior, never seen a dog from overseas dominating the state, and we still ain't seen that.
We still ain't seen it.
But back in the day, they'd get a dog like Bad Rosemary and put $5 and $6 on them, trying to stop them when they come get them. Which I think is crazy as hell, because I know You ain't buy that dog for cheap, only to try to cull the dog out, and then you had to put a mail on her to stop her.
Right.
And if you seen that videos of what she was doing to them females, they really ought to be shaming themselves.
Oh yeah.
Cause they could have went over there and won all the euros that they spent on that dog. They could have won all that money back.
No, trying to show out. That's all that was. Trying to show out.
Look at how she was doing them females, man. She grabbed that dog by the leg and ran backwards, went backwards, turned, and broke that man. Come on, man, come on.
On the rest.
Then run to the internet to say these are not good dogs. You do not have America do not have good dogs. USA do not have good dogs. Man, get out of here. Man, get up out of here. Stop the cap, please.
Stop the cap.
But we know it ain't gonna stop the cap. It's somebody who gonna take that cap out your head and put it on their head.
Pass down cap.
That hand me down cap. Straight hand me down. Can you believe it? This travesty said that bitch. And the woods say where that Mayday dog was in Thailand that had heat stroke.
Hammerhead on the beat, bitch.
Mayday dog in Thailand? Heat stroke?
Had a granddaughter off Bishop. The prince would say Gaston stuff hit hard. Man, doctor, what up? Son of Tank 45.
What to do?
He said a bulldog is a bulldog.
Yeah.
Speaking of overseas, anybody heard of my second case I had tonight? Grand Champion Tigre, Dark Tigre, and his sister Grand Champion Tapatier. I think, like I said on the show, I think I'm saying it correctly. Tapatier, something like that.
You saying it right? Ain't no bad correction.
Right.
Yeah, I feel it. Mad Doctor, what's up? Derek Reagan said, Mr. Confield, R.I.P. Good dog, man. Yeah, see, a name like that, do you know how long ago that was? Confield. Now, those guys like him and Pete Sparks, now they were actually importing those dogs in from Ireland. But that's been, man, how long y'all think that's been? 50, 60 years ago? 70 years? 60? I'm talking about that was when they were younger guys. And those guys lived a long time. They died old.
Yeah. Most of us wasn't even here. Most of us wasn't even here when they was on that. Man. What? That was part of the old schools that paved the way. That was part of them.
What's up with them dogs? What you hear about? NDA.
Who that? Which ones?
The ones you get called.
Those. Oh yeah, but those are Jesse Rod Midnight Dogs with a little bit of Fat Bills, Rolling Hills Taz, and Niggerino in it from Wildside Lucifer, and a little touch of Schoolboy Big Red, some G Rep Boy stuff, Eli. So, I'm hearing that they was legit dogs, just like I have seen the Taurus do. I think it's some footage of those buck dogs he had that I showed on the show tonight. He had those dogs too. The Taurus' champion tank dog. A lot of people seen that dog on video, and he had a son called Awesome Tank that was registered to marry. So, I mean, I heard about the buck side of the stuff that the Taurus do had, but I never heard or seen anything as far as the midnight stuff. So I just was asking the community, have anybody heard anything or seen an old video from back in the days or is this another case of some cap? It's some real stuff mixed in with some cap. Cause the Buck stuff you can see, you can go online on certain places and you can see the video of the champion tank dog, which is basically a West Penn dog, a Butkus dog. So I haven't heard anything. I just was asking, and it seemed like it. When I talk about the midnight stuff, it always be Jimmy the Crickets. I don't know why. Unless you're talking about vengeance.
Unless you're talking about vengeance. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, when you talk about vengeance, everybody come run to the front of the classroom then. But I'm trying to find out what else. Okay, but what else? They go to the story right here, SDA. You heard about vengeance? Yeah, vengeance was the truth. Okay, yeah, okay. And that was many years ago. And all I hear is Jimmy that come out with that top hat on, with that cane and that top hat. He go to dancing. I don't hear no but them crickets. I said, you know what I'm saying? Mad Doctor gonna represent the 5 and 1 to the wheels come off.
Oh, yeah.
Mad Doctor say, I don't care what y'all saying, Scatterbread is the way to go. 5 and 1. Brandon Starr said, dog said, and you can't make me scratch. Dog can't. Dog can't. They were breeding dogs just like that, Mr. Starr. They were breeding dogs just like that back in the day. You can count to 45, count to 50. He ain't going nowhere. I don't know. The dog gonna look at you and say, "Why you still counting for?" I don't know why you still count. I ain't going over there. I'm not going over there.
So what?
Yeah, man.
What's your best APBT sporting dog? Derek Reagan said, look up a dog called Backwoods and Barnstorms Vader. I repeat, Backwoods. And Barnstorms Vader. Over Backwoods Casper. If you can find Backwoods Casper, then you can look at that. They're probably one of the best ones. Never seen past 30 minutes. KO. I think maybe 28 was the longest. But like so many of those dogs, he produced a more gamer dog than what he was, but he never produced a dog like what he was. Just like what he was. Had a lot of winners off that dog, but they were never like him. And it be like that sometimes when you have a dog that kind of like a freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? And and consequently, he is the one who I say, if I ever had one from the bottom, if he go in the armpit, because that's how he would, you know what I'm saying? He'll make you give up, you will be unalive. How they say it now? They don't say you get killed. Now they say you'll be unalive. You will be unalive. You'll be unalive. When he came out from under your armpit and his whole muzzle is maroon, you will be dead unalive. You will be unalive.
Yeah, it's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah. I hear people saying that on that's okay. That's a nice way to say it. They found you unalive. Okay then.
It's like permanently retired.
That's right. All it is. Hey.
Michael Lou, salute Michael Lou. Best blood from Ireland would be Trigger Brandon. It's very old blood line brought from Ireland to U.S. during Irish famine time.
Ooh, that's a long time ago, boy.
Ooh,
Right. I was finna ask where it's at, but when he said that, it was no need. Yes,
right.
again. It's back there.
Somebody probably got it, but man, we got to look. We got to Google when the Irish famine time was to find out the dates on that, man. We don't. I don't ever remember.
Right.
Salute to the historians in the Bulldog community. We got some real historians. You know what I'm saying? You can go way back, 1925.
Man.
Brandon Starr I think he put 1925 up there.
Ooh, Irish famine, boy. 1845 to 1852. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Mm-hmm. Derek Reagan said champion cannonball. Okay. K Walk, salute my brother. One of the Texas brothers. Supreme got a number up on my phone.
Right, Vernon Starr.
Brandon Starr throw the cap out there. He throw the cap. You might throw that cap so far back you can't remember where the cap was at. You gotta throw that cap way back there.
Oh, man.
Brandon Starr say, heck, I had a few like that. Yeah, but they just can't store they can't store their stuff. You know what I'm saying? You get them close though. I had a female, but she came out with like a crooked leg. Me and my partner. You know what I'm saying? She had a mouth. She was a killer too, but she had that. We could never show her leg was crooked. You know what I'm saying? They came out like that. But she never wavered to it. But we didn't take no chance on showing her like that with that leg like that. Too bad though. That right, C Murder. That's where they went to. We going to the upper room, SDA. The upper room. When you yeah, we're going to upper room. We're going to the upper room. Brandon Starr said he never heard or read that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come in with the sombrero. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come in with a 5-gallon bucket cap. You know, you never know. Somebody take a chance. I'm just gonna throw this out here. You know what I'm saying? See what You say, what do you think about the dogs in Serbia?
Serbia should have some of the best dogs. Cause whoever dude be buying all these dogs, boy, he got some of the best dogs in the world. I always serve the Serbia.
Derek Reagan say, cool, going to check. Okay. Ain't none of that up there what I said, but you can go and look at the pedigree. It's a nice pedigree to look at. Q Bell said, what y'all think about champion Crenshaw? Court 8-time winner, 1-time loser, bred by Carver, owned by Crenshaw. Crenshaw Coy. I never heard of him.
No, I'm all right. Yep.
To ask Chico, he had that international grand champion Anthrax. I was gonna do Anthrax. That's funny you said that, Vernon Starr. I was gonna do Anthrax. Anthrax was on my docket for the do this week, but I chose the Graveyard Dog. But I was going back and forth between that one and Anthrax. Between Graveyard and Anthrax.
Hammerhead on the beat, bitch.
Y'all heard of the Court Dog?
I never heard of him.
Mm-hmm. He from here, overseas?
He said he got it from Carl.
Mm.
That's a new one on me.
Right. Never heard of him.
You said I never seen that Irish dog and Kobe dog. Yeah, I don't. People always say that, but like I said, I never. Then again, you know, I might not know what I'm really looking at. Before when you start getting way back in old pedigrees, you know what I'm saying? You start going into the early 1900s, late 1800s, and you're starting to get foggy for me. Like I don't really know what came from where. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what came from where. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Is there a way we can get to the Stafford Shire registry? I need to know how to get into that registry. Trace some of them dogs all the way on there. See what's going on.
Right. The UKC.
I know at some point they transferred them. They had them over there and then transferred them to the UKC, but you know, it might still be a gene pool of them rolling under that registry. Don't nobody even know about. Somebody just, I'm just gonna keep it like this. I ain't going with the AEBA. I'm gonna keep it like this under Stafford Shire registry. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talking about Rascal? Oh, okay. Mr. Starr said I had the 8th generation pedigree from the UKC on the Kobe dog.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the number right there, Skip Bell. Okay.
Hammerhead on the beat, bitch.
Mr. Starr said the UKC got the records.
That's what I was just talking about, Vern Star. That's exactly what I was talking about. Some of these dogs that we talking about, they still registered. Somebody still got a lot of them blood registered under that UK. It just didn't transfer it over. I truly believe that.
You say we have to remember that the UKC the UKC was before the ABA. They got better records because they actually recognize all the, the fighting champions and, like whatever. Like I said, they recognize those records, and you had to be registered in order for them to, for you to show your animal, and you had to have the ADBA paper. I mean, not ADBA paperwork, but the UKC paperwork had to be on hand at the fight. Yeah, they got to be in the pocket of the referee. Yeah, they put him. He put him in his pocket. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it must be done by a UKC recognized referee. You just can't have a lot of doubt in anybody to do it.
Mm-hmm. Just that little bit right there. Look how much the game did change. And that little bit right there.
Elevated kennel salute.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe and Niblet, etc. were UKC. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Niblet, dog.
Right.
Some of the game is in the world.
Hey, it's kind of safe to say they jinking dogs before the jinking dogs.
Like I say, man, when I hear that boy don't talk about that stuff, it made me be like, dang, where them dogs was at? And why didn't they go throughout the country like that? But I guess folks kind of kept them to themselves. I guess when you got something like that, I guess you like, man.
You couldn't get them dogs from them.
Right.
They knew what they had. They knew what they had. You wasn't getting them dogs from them unless you in the circle. You had to be in the circle to get them.
Yeah. Brandon Starr said, remember, the Bloodline magazine was what the SDJ became back in the day. Now, I wonder, do they still have those back issues of that? I wonder if the UKC would sell you those. Yeah, the Bloodline magazine.
You probably can contact them and see.
Yeah.
So
they probably.
Any other way, you gonna get some cat with it. Any other way. You might want to go to the source.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, y'all still got any no old prints in no magazines? Man.
Brandon Starr said, seeing a couple of Niblet game suckers. I know they will.
Mm-mm-mm.
Uncle V to go. He on it. Salute, hope and pray I can shake your hand one day.
That's what's up.
He definitely. He definitely be on top of his game, man.
Right.
Oatman got a good question. Historically speaking, why does import quality get viewed as less than?
I guess it's the streak when they've been coming over here. I mean, the community ain't got a good one yet from overseas. That game here and made a little stamp. I mean, yeah.
Well, first of all, a lot of the, I'm gonna say what I think. A lot of the old dog men over here in America, when those foreigners came to buy dogs, they really, you know what I'm saying, like messed them up. Like they gave them their culls. I don't know if they gave them their curs or not, but they for sure gave them their culls. And those dogs were already a lesser caliber. Those were dogs they were going to get rid of anyway. So if you come over here with a pocket full of money and you don't know what the price is over here, and I can double and triple, you know what I'm saying, for a dog that I wasn't gonna keep anyway. Yeah, you can get it. You know what I'm saying, for double or triple what he really worth. You know what I mean? And so when those early Europeans got back home and they started to look through that stuff, some of them didn't know it was still better than some of the stuff they had, and some of them realized that it wasn't better than what they had, and they resented the American dog man ever since because they sold them that BS. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of things what started the less than, because when you look at their pedigrees, the old timers knew a lot of them dogs in the pedigrees was culls. So they automatically seen by your foundation of your bloodline, you already got a lesser dog than what we got. Because we got the better brother or the better sister that is the foundation of these lines over here, which were light years better than those, you know what I'm saying, of the lesser caliber over there. So that what started a lot of the this thing for them, and then they start bragging about they start getting winning dogs. Eventually they kept coming over here and they got good dogs. They got some very good dogs from American Dog Men. And once they got them, they got the big head like you wouldn't believe. You know what I'm saying? They were arrogant. You know what I'm saying? That's all they were looking for. So it always been kind of like a rivalry back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
He was over there walking around bobblehead.
Oh yeah.
I got a short bus cap in here.
Okay.
Or they got better dogs and they start breeding them cougars. Off the brothers.
They got better dogs
off here in America.
They start getting the good dog.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at it like that. The best of the curves. You know what I'm saying? The best of the offspring of the curves. I don't know. You know, because they sure will breed curves.
Hey, formula. They go back
so
to
I
the
guess
formula,
everybody
man.
could fight. You know what I'm saying? Brother Star says, killed by caught the dog fever as a kid. Read, wrote, and traveled back in the days. Yup, that's the man.
Yeah, overseers and caught that formula. They figured out the formula and came up with some good dogs, man. You know, they got different.
Holman said, "Do you think the rivalry?" Yeah, the formula is definitely different. Do you think the rivalry started because they got finessed by USA allegedly exporting the? That's pretty much what I was saying, Holman.
That's it, right on the head,
they
right
got,
there.
Yeah, that was at first. And eventually, I guarantee you, I can tell you about what time it was. It was right around the time, the dope boy, black dude, when they started selling the dope dealer dude's dog for a high price.
Mm-hmm.
Cause see, when the European first came, when the dude came from over there in Eastern Europe or whatever, the old dog man still had his guard up. And then also, see, we thought it was just against, they didn't want to sell black dudes hardly no dogs. No, it was anybody that wasn't them. Right. It really wasn't even that. It really wasn't. It wasn't no racist. It really, a lot of times, it might have been racist, but it might have been especially not no black. Yeah, but it was really. It don't
It was
matter
all
where you
that.
came from.
It was
You
all
could be
that.
white as me, but if you came from over there, what I look like giving you one of my good dogs for? Well, you didn't
Right.
take it over
You
there.
competition. You competition.
Ain't no telling what happened with the dog. You might eat the dog over there. I don't know what y'all doing over there. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't do it. You know, they just wasn't gonna go on for that. So I guarantee you, around the time when they let their guard down and they just said, man, we not finna die broke like the old dog men before us. Cause a lot of people they say like Toot and people like that, they died broke. But they had the greatest
Right.
dogs ever. But
Hmm.
you know, you didn't get rich doing no dogs. You couldn't
Right.
get rich. You know what I'm saying? But they were like, nah, if
Hmm.
these dudes willing to pay us thousands of dollars for these dogs with this fast money, we're gonna take this money. We're gonna take this
But
money.
then you gotta look at Tudor and them too though. It was more of them proving they dogs than anything. They ain't care about their money. They was doing things for dog food, $100, $500. That was big money back to them. So they really ain't care. They was really on some. I'm gonna do these dogs. I'm gonna have the best line out of all y'all cats. We cool, but I'm gonna have
Mm-hmm.
the best line out of all y'all.
So it's money bag kept.
Yeah, it was money bag cat.
Hammerhead on the beat, bitch.
Yeah. So when the Europeans came over here to get, I mean, when the overseers came over here to get their dogs, that's when they caught that money bag cap. Hmm.
Yeah, the
That's
U.S.
when
captain
U.S.
down
started.
still. The cap started. Yeah, man. It's, you know, started with the cap, man.
Hmm. They went back with the cap from U.S. They had the cap dog. Yep. All them dogs they took overseas was cap dogs.
So
Hey
to say,
man, stop
so to
it,
say,
man. Stop it. Stop. They had the
I
red,
take,
white, and blue cap.
They had the cap dogs.
The red, white, and blue cap.
Took it back overseas with
no cap.
them. Then they finally came back and met a couple of good solid dog men that wasn't that kept their cap on the rack, and they got a couple of good dogs and went back. But when they first came, oh yeah, they got all the cap dogs. They got all of them. Cats clean their whole yard out of stuff they ain't want. Got paid.
He said, grandson said, plus two to one let a bitch off his yard.
They said Tudor was just straight D-boy cats for dogs too.
Great
You send a
Debo.
bitch to D to Tudor, you ain't getting her back.
The Prince Ezra say American
Word.
flag cap. Mm-hmm.
There it is. Mega cap. Oh man.
So common sense. Who has better German shepherds, Germany or the USA? Run to start. Okay.
Oh, damn. I mean, mm, hey, but Vernon, if we put the cap in there, the U.S. got the better one. Put the cap on it.
Oh man.
Can't tell them nothing different. U.S. got the better German Shepherds with the cap on the back of it. You didn't put the cap on the dog collar. You got the cap dangling from the dog collar.
Okay, in fit say the levels of what gets missed a lot. A guy like JB could condition a dog like few other people in history. The Europeans didn't believe that they were looking at with their own eyes. 3-point Mike.
That's right, Skip. I believe that, yeah, they was more open with it over there.
Yeah. 3-point Mike. Luke.
We'll do 3-point
There's
Mike.
You go with the DJ Cali on. We the best.
Those funny walking motherfuckers. Hip dyslexia cap. Charles Dean said straight kneecap. Yeah, they was standing over there like that. Like Denzel Washington, Alonzo Boy's training day. You think you can do this to me?
Right.
Putting cases on all you. You're gonna be you're programmed. You're programmed. You're gonna be a Pelican Bay when I get through with you.
Now, is their money the same value as our money when they come from over there? Well, they gotta come with a little more bag.
Yeah, they got the euro.
Oh,
It's a little bit.
Okay.
It might be around the same, close to it.
Right. Okay. Huh.
Walking straight on the stifles. Them dog walking straight on their stifle. That's what Vernon Starr say. I had to do it. Open. You left that part out. You program. You gonna do this to me? You program.
Right.
When Denzel got shot in the ass, it shot me in my ass. Yeah. Man, it's coming around that time, fella. About 10:38 on my time. I gotta make this run tonight to Chi-Town. Don't you get them country boys nothing. Chi-Town. You know what I'm saying? I gotta head over that way. Gotta head over that way tonight. So I'd like to thank everybody for checking out Bulldog Court. I'd like to thank everybody who commented on Bulldog Court. I'd like to thank C Murder for his, super chat. I'd like to thank everybody for their comment. You know what I'm saying? Folks that even the folks that want to investigate me, they want to look into what dogs you got. Since you talking so much SBA, what dogs did you have? Okay then. Not enough to get on here and brag about it. I tell you that much. Not enough to get on here and brag about it. But what I had. And ain't no cap on my rap. But what I'm saying is, salute to everybody. You know what I'm saying? In the woods with the top hat. With the black dancing top hat. That kind of cap. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my cap brothers. Pressure Kenner Combine and King T for joining me tonight. I appreciate y'all fellas. And salute to everybody in the chat, man. Until the next time, this is your host, Get a Hold James. Because we got to get a hold of the game. Stop the cap, y'all. But it ain't gonna stop. And we out.
Salute, Jack.
Cap Brothers out.